We start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video when the price was within this move, we mentioned we can look for buy, and with the breakout of the previous top, we have to start to manage. Whoever get the trade is still if they keep the trade, at least they move their stop loss to break even. If not, take out the trade, because as we can see, the price broke the previous top, and if we put these three tops in relative to each other, if we refer to indicators, we see we have a divergence. That means mostly is losing uh, momentum. All right, either the price from here or even move higher, we can expect to get a deeper correction. We are not going to look for reverse or deeper correction. That means if we move to daily chart, still we're looking for continuation. We don't have anything to discuss. The only thing is either from here or higher, we can expect the price to give us a correction similar to what we have here. This is what I mean by deeper correction. In this case, we move to forward chart. And we don't have anything to discuss because in my last analysis, we have been looking for this one as a flat. The price broke the previous top. And even if we refer to the indicators based on forward chart, we see we have a divergence and as well here. That's why if anyone wants to look for buy, they need to be quite careful. Almost the price is at the top. Still, we can look for continuation, but any trade is a short-term trade. And whoever get the trade within this move, they should start to manage it, because either from here or higher, we can expect the price to give us a deeper correction before we get the continuation. That's why any trade from now until we get the deeper correction, we consider as a short term. And right now we don't have any trade set up. Even buying from here, if we wants to buy from here, the only way is to put our entry above the top. It depends on the traders, but for me, I will wait. And if I get any trade, as I mentioned, at least the only way is by having a trade above the top, which is the we call the short-term trade. That's mean what I mean by short-term trade. As long as we get into the profit, we start to manage. By the way, if we want to look for buy, we need to be quite careful because, as I mentioned, we can expect the price to give us a deeper correction similar to what we have here. All right. Anyway, still we can look for continuation. It depends on the strategy traders they use. But the only thing is we have a divergence based on 1 hour and forward chart. We need to be quite careful. In this case, we just follow the chart. And if I see any trade setup that can give us a confirmation for continuation as a long term, I will share. But for me right now, the only things I do, I try to manage all the trades, at least move the stop loss to break even, and whoever get the trade from here, they should take out the trade, because we either at least this one can turn similar to what we have here in case this one turn to a deeper correction before we get the next move. By the way, right now we don't have any trade and we are within this correction, and we mentioned how we can look for trade if this is the only correction. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or any trade setup, I will share. Thanks.